Hey, this is a video response to AlphaOmegaSin. Not really, well, it's a response to his thing. I'm just linking it up. This is my opinion to what he was saying, because he said, put a video response for your opinion, blah, 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 blah. Right? So, my video response to this is, I think it's a great idea that they do it. Mostly because as a gamer, I have a lot of different interests. I buy M games, I buy T games, I buy E games, of course, which I think the kids ones should only have E to E10. Honestly, I really don't think it should have any T games whatsoever, because it's a kid store, and when you think kid, you think like 11, under 10. When I think kid, I don't usually think my brother's age. I don't usually think 14, because 14, they have more of, an understanding for stuff. Even though they can be real assholes and be like, yo, blah, 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 on whatever, and say a whole bunch of shit like he already said in the top video. Right, but, there's a great, I think this is a great idea, because I buy lots of games. And if I know I have to look for a certain game, even though they don't sell too many retro games, they still sell some GameCube games. I'm in Canada, so they haven't totally gotten rid of everything. Alright? So, I can get my GameCube games, my Wii games, and then Wii U games there that are E. So, if I'm looking for a Kirby game, which, yes, I think every single game with Kirby in it except Brawl is all rated E, which is awesome, because then I can go and get any Kirby game I want in that store. So I'll look and I'll find, oh, Kirby's here, of course, not out of stock. It's always going to be there, right? Because it's a kid store. It'll always have the E games. And if I want to go get my M games, I can just go to the regular one. Even though I hardly shop there anymore, to tell you the truth, which is kind of messed up. But a kid store would be great, honestly, because I pulled out a whole bunch of games, right? As a gamer, we play everything, we play all types of games. There's a lot of games that, sure, a lot of people won't like, but in my opinion, I've played everything from frickin' games where you kill zombies, where you beat people to death, where you frickin' hunt down other people, games where you cut people in half, games where it's just light puzzler, I play top-down games, I play, well, of course, Zelda. I think every fucking person who calls himself a gamer has a Zelda game, unless they sold it, which really sucks for them, But I've played, like, all kinds of fucking games, and I think that if I have two different stores, well, if I start shopping there more often, if I have two different stores, it's a lot easier for me to go to the one store and find all my E-rated games, and go to the next store, find my T and M games, So basically I can use it as a split, So if I'm looking for, like, if I feel for something that's, say, fun and exciting and whatever, right, I go to the kids store. If I go for something that's more gritty and has, like, freaking blood out of its freaking ass and all kinds of crazy shit, then I'll go to the regular store, right? But my examples of, like, stuff I play, I play, like, all kinds of games. So I got friggin', here's a T game, Budokai Tenkaichi. I got friggin' PO3, right? PNO3. Metroid Prime Trilogy is another teen game. So that's 3 examples of teen games. I got E games, right? E10, Just Dance 2. Another E10 game would be, is that E10? Yep. Bionicle. I know. Bionicle, what the fuck? I know, you're probably like, what the hell? But honestly, I play everything. I play from blood to horror to freaking cartoon craziness. Here's some M games. I got Mad World. We got Geist for GameCube. We got over here Resident Evil 0. We got friggin' Resident Evil 2, we got Red Faction 2, we got crap. Okay, go to Wii. I can't find all these shit because they're all slanted. Well, teen games, I got friggin' 3 different Guitar Heroes. But you read the name. I honestly fuck up the name every time I have to pronounce it. Gallic Gear. It's a 2D game. Fucking awesome. Texcanoka vs. Capcom. My Pikmin 2. Red Steel 1. Red Steel 2. We got M games like Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 GameCube. Friggin' No More Heroes. No More Heroes 2. Desperate Struggle. Awesome game for Wii. Totally must buy. M game. Kirby, right? Like, honestly, I play everything. So to separate them would be a nice change. I can go to 2 different stores instead of looking at one store over and over. You know, they might do some nice things, but really they do have a tendency to fuck things up, you know? Oh, Sonic 3. I have the box, like the original one is just under my camera holding it up. Shit. Desecrated Sonic. But yeah, in my opinion, I really think it's a good, it would be a great idea for them to do that. Because then they can have their whole Toys R Us feel where it's, Toys R Us is for kids, but now we have Babies R Us. You know, in a business sense, it's a great idea. And in the gaming sense, it's an okay idea unless you honestly don't give a fuck and you rather just go to one store, find everything right there when you want it, which would make it a bad idea. But it's a good idea in my opinion. I'd rather go to 2 different stores. I'd rather walk around and see, you know, even if it's owned by the same person, you know, I'd rather go to 2 different stores than go to one and feel like my decision is limited because of the one store I went to. That's usually why I go to EB Games, and then I go to Game Center, and then I go to fucking... It used to be Zellers, but now they're replacing it with a Walmart. Yeah. But that's my opinion. Thanks for making this a video response, because I think you have to accept. And since you're watching AlphaOmegaSin, honestly, I want to do this. Nerds, gamers, and... What the fuck did he say? Nerds. I fucking blanked out, but something like that. No, that game the fuck on. Shit. Later.